Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today we are back with another subscriber requested video. So this one has been requested a few times, and I'm just finally now getting around to filming it. I have not smelled these fragrances for a long time, so this is going to be kind of a rediscovery video for me too. But what we're talking about are the Disney princess fragrances. These are available, usually you can find them on FragranceNet for very, very inexpensive, like under $10 expensive. Or sometimes you can find them on Macy's website, and they're usually like $25 on Macy's. I would definitely try to find them on FragranceNet first, just because they don't last very long. But other than that, they're beautiful fragrances. So these, I will say, these are my favorite Disney fragrances that I've ever seen. I just think that the bottles are the most well done of any Disney fragrance I've ever seen. And I just think that they're really beautiful. I think that they do Disney princesses justice, I guess is what I should be saying. I really do think that these bottles do the whole Disney princess feel justice. So I just think that they're really beautiful. This one here, we'll just start with this one. This one here is the Cinderella fragrance. And this one, of course, is in a blue bottle. The little charm hanging from it is a little carriage, which I think is so pretty. They all have these really beautiful black bows. One time when I think it was when I hauled my first Disney fragrance like this, somebody made a comment that these look like just like Juicy Couture bottles, and they really, really do. I'll just go get a Juicy bottle just so you can see. So just in comparison, you can see we've got the Juicy bottle over here. It's got a bow. It's got something dangling from it. It's very, very similar. So they're definitely very similar in style. The caps, I mean, yeah, the lids, everything about them. They are very, very similar. But yeah, I just think that these, I think that these are the best Disney fragrances that have ever been done, except for one-offs like Besame, their Peter Pan fragrance that they did. That is like on another level. So I've definitely seen some Disney fragrances out there that have been done by other people that are better than this, but those are usually really expensive. They're usually pretty limited and not easy to get your hands on. So as far as like a mass marketed Disney fragrance, I think these, in my opinion, have been the best so far. So the Cinderella one, this is beautiful. It's funny because I feel like I do feel like they represent the princess in how they smell too. This one is Granny Smith Apple. It's got, to me, I think the most prominent note in this is the bellflower. It's got a bellflower note, and it is very, very prominent. And it's not an overly sweet note either. It's not, like, I would not characterize this as a fruity fragrance. It's definitely more of like one of those kind of green, like a green smelling floral, like wisteria or hyacinth or something like that. Now, it's not super, super green smelling. It's just, I think that's the type of flower that bellflower is. It's more of a green, unsweet floral. It's really, really beautiful. It's got some cedar in it, musk, amber, but what I get mostly is that bellflower and a little bit of Granny Smith apple. It's really, really quite beautiful. It's soft. It's classy smelling. This doesn't smell like I said, it's not a fruit bomb. It's not overly sweet. It doesn't smell like a child. It's not juvenile smelling. It's really, really pretty and well done, I feel like, especially for the price of these. I was able to pick up all of these on FragranceNet at one point or another for under $10. And this one is really pretty. Like, I could see Cinderella smelling like this. It's almost got a little bit of I don't know what in it would be giving it kind of like a doll head smell, or like that kind of powdery doll kind of smell, but I do get like almost like a powdery doll head smell. It's really, really nice. I like this one a lot. This one is probably the worst performer in the bunch though, unfortunately. I don't believe you're gonna get more than an hour maybe out of any of these. So these were those fragrances that are, you know, enjoy them at home. I don't know that anybody else will be able. I'll have to give them a really good wear test again and see if after a while my husband or daughter can still smell them on me. I just know that after about an hour, after I tested all of these, after about an hour, I couldn't smell them anymore. So anyways, I keep these mostly because they're like collector, you know, the collector in me loves them. I just think they're beautiful. So anyways, that is the Cinderella one. Next we have Aurora. This one, I love the bottle. I love the pink bottle. There's definitely stuff floating in these perfumes too, which it freaks me out. I see stuff floating in perfume quite often, and it makes me wonder what the heck it is. So anyways, this one is Aurora, and this one has a really pretty, is that a rose? Yeah, a really pretty rose and thorn, little medallion thing. And just like the Cinderella bottle, just pink. This one's a little bit more generic smelling, but it's really pretty and it's got a little bit more oomph than the Cinderella one. So this one has got, this one is a little bit more floral. So this one has got jasmine and white ginger lily in it. And both of those notes are quite prominent. This is definitely a more floral smelling fragrance. This one has also got salt and vanilla as well as ambergris in it. So it definitely has, it's definitely kind of like a salty floral, which sounds weird, but it smells really, really nice. I really, really like this one. Again, this one smells a little bit more generic than the Cinderella. It's not quite as unique, but I would love this I would love this one in warm weather as like a really beautiful light warm weather, even really hot weather floral. It's pretty, it's really beautiful. And as this one dries down, the vanilla starts to come out a little bit more and it gives it a little bit more creaminess. It's a little bit softer. And then once the vanilla starts to come out, it starts to remind me a little bit of something. And I remember thinking that too when I tried this on my skin. It reminded me a little bit of something. I think it's reminding me of a really, really light version of Paco Rabanne Olympia. Yeah, it's reminding me of like a really, really light version of that. Really light, airy, soft version of Olympia. It's really pretty. I really like this one. So anyways, that one is Aurora. Okay, and then last but not least, we have the Ariel one. I do believe this is my favorite of the three. Green is my favorite color. So this is definitely my favorite bottle. This is the first one that I picked up and I fell in love with this one. I love the little hangy thing on this one. It's a shell. It's just really beautiful. I love this bottle. I think the black bow against the green and then this really pretty charm hanging from it. I just think that this one is so, so pretty. It's my favorite. And I love the way this one smells too. This one is much more simple. This one's only got 3 notes in it. It is jasmine sambac, if I remember correctly. Jasmine sambac, tuberose, and almond. I love this one. This is my favorite. Yes, this is my absolute favorite. This one's gotten better too since I first got it. It is like a really, really soft white floral that is even further softened by a powdery almond note. So it's just beautiful. It smells very, very fresh, very crisp. And again, just a really beautiful hot weather, soft white floral with a beautiful powdery almond note. I love it. This one is my favorite. I loved what this did on my skin. I remember when I first got this, I just went to town with it. I oversprayed it. I sprayed it all over. It didn't last very long. I only got about an hour out of it, but I remember thinking how much more expensive this smelled than it is. I think I paid like $7 for this one, and I feel like when I tested it, I just remember thinking how much more expensive than $7 it smelled. It did not smell like a $7 perfume. I remember thinking that it could be like a really soft niche fragrance, really. I just thought it was really, really pretty. I still do. This is my favorite one. I think they're all pretty. I think that if you're a Disney lover like I am, they're definitely worth having, especially if you can find them on Fragrance Net for really inexpensive. They're definitely worth picking up, especially if you've got like a little girl like I do. They're just beautiful. I love them. They're my favorite. They're definitely my favorite Disney fragrances so far. I just think they're gorgeous. So anyways, you guys, there is finally a video on my Disney perfumes. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this and that you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.